Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Ligon over here in the tech department, and today I'm going to show you how to take your important Google files that you have in your drive and transfer them over to your personal Google Drive. So before we even get started, the very first thing that you're going to want to do is go through your drive and all the folders that you may have made in your drive and clean the stuff that you don't want out. That means going through them and trashing all the unimportant files, the things that you don't need anymore once you are done here in AJ. So we just want to be able to transfer the files that you do want to keep, those that you find valuable. The second thing that you're going to want to make sure that you do is to have a personal Gmail account that you're going to be able to transfer these files to. So once you've cleaned out your drive and you have a personal Gmail account created, you're going to go to just do a Google search and you're going to type in Google Takeout. And it should be towards the top, one of the first few things that pops up, and here it is. And as you can see, we have all of these different types of applications checked, and I'm going to recommend that you select none over here on the right side, and that you only choose your drive and maybe your email. If there's important emails that you want to keep track of, select that. And if there's other types of applications that you've used in the classroom over the last couple of years that you've been in AJ, then go ahead and select that. Maybe there's something in a calendar that you want, or maybe in your groups. But for the most part, I'm just going to recommend your drive and maybe your email. And when you've selected the applications you're going to want to transfer, you're going to select Next. And what this does is it will create a zip file, which is the type of file that you want. And the archive size, 2 gigs is fine. If you have something larger than that, then it's going to, as it says, it's going to be split up into multiple files. And the delivery method, I'm just going to let it remain at the send download link via email. And you're going to create this archive. So go ahead and click on the blue button. Now, depending on how many files that you're going to transfer over, it could take a while. So it could just be a few minutes, or it could be a couple of hours, or even as this warning says, it could be a couple of days, again, depending on how many files that you are putting into this zip file. And that's why it's so important to clean out your drive before you go through this process, because the more files that you have in there, the longer it's going to take. And so I'm going to go ahead and wait, and while this pops up into my email, and when it does, I'll come back to you. So I received an email saying that my data archive is ready in my GoAJ account, and I've already forwarded this message to my personal Gmail, so you can see that there. I'm going to go ahead and flip over to an incognito window so that you can see that the email has been forwarded. Once you open up that email, you're going to click on the download archive. And when you open up your downloads, let me go ahead and do that real quick so that you can see. Just type in Takeout, or it might be at the top if you're using a Chromebook to do this. It'll be at the top of your downloads, and you can see that the file is right there. Now, the next step is we're going to upload this zip file into your personal Google Drive. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to open up my personal Google Drive. And because I just created this account, there's not much in it. And so I'm going to go over here to the left and click on the blue New button and select File Upload. And from my downloads, again, I'm going to just type in Takeout, and it should be right there. So I'm going to double click on that. It'll take just a minute to upload into my personal Google Drive. Again, the larger the file, the longer the time that it takes. So here you can see it just took, just a couple of seconds to do that. I'm going to right click on the Takeout zip file, and I'm going to select Open With. And I'm going to choose Zip Extractor. If you haven't used Zip Extractor with this particular Google Drive yet, it will probably be a recommended one, so you can just go ahead and select that. So I'm going to click on that and wait for it. I'll have to authorize. And here it's going to open it up, and you can see all the files that are within the zip file. And I'm going to select the blue Extract Now. Again, the more files that there are, the longer that it's going to take. I don't have very many, so it's going to go pretty quickly. And while we do that, we're going to flip back over here to my personal drive. And you can see that there is now a folder in my drive that is all the extracted files. So I'm just going to click over here to see how much longer I have. I'm going to go ahead and open up this zip file folder and Takeout. And here you can see everything that was in the drive. So I still have all the same folders that I had. I had the couple of files that I had in my drive. Everything is there. Now, one thing to note is that it transferred everything over to a Microsoft Word product. So if it was a Google slide deck that you had created, it's now a PowerPoint. If it was a Google Doc, it's now a Word document. But to transfer that over into a Google Doc format is really easy. So to show you, I'm going to go into a classroom folder. I'm going to go into this particular folder. And again, you can see that it transferred stuff over to a Word document. So I'm just going to double click on that. And you can see up here at the top, it says open with Google Docs. And so now I have the same file, but now it's editable within Google Docs. And when I go back to that folder, you're going to see that I now have two copies, one with the original Word doc that was within that zip file, and then now the Google Doc format. So this is how you move all of your Go AJ Google Docs, anything that's in your drive and even in your email, into a personal Gmail account. If I can help you out in any way, go ahead and contact me. My school email is bligon@goaj.org. And if I don't hear from you, have a great one. Bye-bye.